All right. We are live. Not really, but you get it. You're probably wondering what I'm doing on camera, who am I, and how did I end up in your feed? I'll tell you. I work for the Fox Real Estate Groups, and we have locations in both Oregon, Washington, and now Seattle, which is very exciting. And I do all of our marketing. Yes, that is correct. I am our marketing director. And you're probably like, why does that matter to me? I'm going to tell you. When it comes to having a real estate team to back you up, not just one individual agent. And that's not to say that being an individual agent, you can't be miraculously successful or you can't market a home properly, but it's different. It's very different. And these are the reasons why. Because your agent needs to be focused on you, right? They need to be thinking about what your needs are. It requires a lot. There are hundreds of steps when it comes to purchasing a home, selling a home. And if you have somebody that is constantly trying to market for that home, market for this home, get all of these things done, do you really think that they are able to learn the market, take their time, study what you personally need, answer all your phone calls, get a hold of inspectors? No. That is literally not healthy, and it's not technically the most efficient way to have a successful business. To you, whether you're a buyer, a seller, or even an agent watching this, I think there's a lot of head nods right now. And in my years of experience of real estate, I have watched people go from teams to individuals, and I've seen people be successful on both fronts. But one of the things that I've noticed is the most consistent. There's either an agent that hires out to do all the marketing for somebody to do it for them, or they join a team who hire people like myself to keep things running, to ensure that you are getting all of your property marketed properly, right? Talking target marketing, all of the boring stuff that most of you don't even want to know about. You just want your home sold, or you want to know that they can find you a home to buy. Seems simple enough, put it on Google, go into AI, but it's really not that simple. And I'm going to explain why. There are so many layers. If you were to take one listing, for example, and you were to put in all of the time that it takes, the photography organization, the setting up appointments, the cleaning of the property, you name it, all of these tasks, right? And I'm just barely scratching the surface because you would fall asleep or your head would be spinning if I listed off all the things that real estate agents do. Marketers take a huge load off so that the agent can be with you, so they can focus on your needs. Again, very important. And I think oftentimes people struggle to see the value in what agents bring because they don't even know. Yes, individual agents, most of the time they don't know. And I'm going to have, I'm sure, maybe some comments on here where people are like, you don't know what you're talking about. Actually, I do. I see you burnt out. I see you exhausted. I see you not being able to provide everything that the client needs because you have too much on your plate. There's that term that they say, a jack of all trades is better to be a jack of all trades, a master of none, than to be a master of one. I should probably Google that. Either way, sure, that's great, and sure, you can wear many hats, but are you doing it optimally? Are you actually able to market your client's property in the way they need it? Everybody is customized. Some people have a very specific vision for what they want. Some people are very flexible with their pricing. Some people don't even understand what it takes to market their home. And some people don't understand what it takes to search for listings, for them to buy. It takes time. It takes knowledge. And for you, as a buyer, a seller, these things matter. You want to pick somebody who has all of those qualities. And guess what? Majority of the time they don't. They could sell it to you. Sure, that's possible. I'll be the best worker for you. I'll do this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then you don't hear anything from them. Or your listing expires because it wasn't marketed properly. Or maybe, unfortunately, it's not priced right because They didn't have time to study the market. They didn't have a crew around them to help educate them on what proper pricing looks like. Maybe they don't have the negotiation skills they need because they're exhausting themselves trying to drum up business or market other clients' properties. So they don't have the capacity to provide you, the client, with what you need. And I'm not saying, again, I will preface this over and over again. I will re-clarify. There are plenty of amazing agents out there that are solo agents and they have got it down and they're doing the thing. I'm not putting them down, but I'm leaning more on why it's so important and trying to highlight why it matters to work with a team. So when you hire an agent on the Fox Real Estate team, you are not just hiring one agent. You're hiring other agents around everybody. They can support each other. Let's say your listing goes live and that other agent that's on the Fox team is in the other side of the building. They're talking and they hear about your listing. They're like, no way, I have this client. I know that they would love that home. That's just what I need. Send me the information. Let's do this. We have our team meetings. We get to see what's about to go on market and we collaborate. Do I have a client that needs this? Do I have an investor? This type of quick communication and team effort from operations to marketing, you name it, it's all in one spot. And I think most of you understand what that's like. To go to a store, for example, let's say you really need to get groceries, but you also really needed to pick up a quick pack of underwear for your kid. Okay? Are you going to go to two different stores? Most people are going to say no. But are you going to go to Fred Meyer? Probably. Yeah, you probably are. Because you know you can grab that pack of underwear over in that aisle, and then you can go grab your fruits and veggies in the other. Do you sacrifice certain organic produce or certain things sometimes? Sure. But do you get everything in one stop? Yes. The difference with us and Fred Meyer is that you don't have to sacrifice anything. You literally have it all. You have an operations director. You have a listing coordinator, a listing manager, a sales director. You have guidance of decades of experience. You have a marketing director who's dedicated to every single listing and every single buyer. Why do these things matter? Convenience matters. This is a huge decision. It can be very, very overwhelming to buy a home. I bought this home a year ago. I was terrified. And I will say that my realtor was communicative, present, educated in the market, and she sat with me through it. She answered all my weird questions. She gave me all these suggestions of people to reach out to. She had their phone numbers. She connected me. It was more than just a buying or writing a little signature on a line, multiple signatures at that. It's more than that. It's big. And it's important that you are cared for in this process. So, I think you get my point of why it matters who you work for, who you work with, who you hire to make one of the biggest life decisions. So, when you're considering what kind of realtor do I want, go interview them. I'm not saying you have to hire a Fox agent. No, I'm not saying that. Would we love that? Absolutely. But I do think that it helps give you perspective if you were to interview a few. Do a solo agent. Do an agent from a team. Hell, do another agent from another team. See what they offer. Remember, they're earning your business. It's their job to build trust with you. And it's their job to provide an ease of process. So in order to provide that, what do you think they need to do? They need to be educated. They need to have a team backing them majority of the time, or a good system in place where they've been doing this plenty of years and they understand it. But just because somebody's been doing real estate for decades, for example, a solo agent, for example, does not mean that they have all of the knowledge currently. When you are we send our teams to go get further education in real estate, learning what's new, what's happening, new marketing techniques, all of these things we invest in on our team. And you benefit from it. We all do. And I like to think of it as community. I'd rather have way more resources than not enough. Is this going to go into maybe a few more videos? Possibly. Will one or two people watch it? Maybe. Does any of it relate to you? Comment. Tell me. I disagree with this, and this is why. I really like what you said about that. I'm a solo agent and I hate this. Hey, I'm a client and I love what you guys have done. Or hey, I'm a past client and I wish that this was done differently. We won't know unless you communicate. Now, obviously, we encourage people to comment and interact kindly and respectfully. This is not an arguing platform. I just want to start the conversation again. And I think that I have the ability to be unbiased because I've been on both sides. And I think it is very valuable to share my insights and my knowledge of the market, marketing, all things, team, recruiting, you name it. So when you're considering buying or selling or even working for us, with us, I think that these videos will help you over time. Do I repeat myself? Sure. Am I human? Yeah. But did I use a teleprompter to do this video? No. Because I'm just a normal human just like you. And I think that we need to get back in touch with what that feels like. So follow along, subscribe, like, share, and ask questions. It's really okay. Remember, you are in the driver's seat. We are just the support. That's all for now. Thanks for joining me. And it's my first full long-form YouTube video. Are you going to see some that are AI'd? Yeah, because I'm efficient. And sometimes I need to make those videos for exposure and knowledge so that I can focus more heavily on your listings. So if you see a more manicured version of myself, that's okay. Just know that I am always behind it. And I believe in what I share. I don't believe in being dishonest. And some of the things that I'll be sharing may not be seen as desirable, but I'd rather be sharing the truth than a curated version of something that is unrealistic. Kind of like when people take a photo of a building or a property, and then you walk in and it looks nothing like that. You're not going to find that here. So, welcome to the Fox Real Estate Group's YouTube. And again, you can go ahead and follow our other page, Living in Vancouver, Fox Real Estate Group, or you can follow us or both. Anyway, I'd like to hear your feedback from this video. And if you have some suggestions, I'm here for it. Thanks for joining me. Have a good day, you guys.